Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we are going to be looking at, first of all, what the hell is a value stack and how can we implement it into our Amazon FBA business or actually any e-commerce business. So make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. Let's get into the video straight away. Guys, I'm particularly pepped up today with excitement because this morning I went to view a property. It's like a 3-bedroom house, which is kind of local-ish to where I live, but it's a wicked place, and I put down a deposit this morning, so I'm really looking forward to moving in maybe in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a rental property, not a purchase property, because if you know anything about kind of North London area, you'll know that the prices are extremely expensive to buy pretty much anything. So I'm going to rent where I live, and I'm going to continue to own what I rent out. So I own one property a little bit further north, kind of northeast, and I'm hoping to maybe add to that portfolio throughout this year. But anyway, that's just why I'm particularly pepped up today, why I'm particularly happy. But there we go. That's why the video is coming to you today. Right, so today I'm going to be talking to you about value stacking, what it is, and I'm going to give you an example of how you can do this on Amazon, because not many people do this, but it's something that if you do it, you'll probably be able to make a lot more conversions in your sales, which is awesome. We want more people to buy our stuff, right? And we want our customers to be happy as well. So first of all, what is a value stack? When you think about a product, okay, if I have two, we're going to use yoga mats as an example for today, okay? So let's say you have two listings. One of them, just a yoga mat by itself, like a blue yoga mat. Cool, no problem. We then have a blue yoga mat, but it is bundled with a carry case, one of those elastic-like things that you put between your legs, and a training guide, okay? So it comes with, first of all, more things than the first option, even though the quality may be the same, but we're going to charge more money for this product. But also more customers will buy it because they think, hey, this is a better product. Even if the first one came with the little elastic thing and it came with a carry case, because we've added the training guide, we are deemed to have more value. So a stack would be the case where you say you're going to get your yoga mat, you're going to have that in a carry case with the elastic band stretchy thing and a training guide, okay? So that is a stack. You're literally stacking up the value. Now, what is the difference between value and price? Because there are differences. You'll find, for example, people that sell courses like myself, we do something called stack the value. And this is it's a very common marketing technique that you'll find it pretty much anywhere. Like, for example, buy two for $4.99 and one for like £2.70, okay? It's basically something called value stacking. It's where retailers and marketers can show you that you're getting more for your money. So what I do, for example, in selling my Amazon course is that I add on extras that have a value. So my one-to-one support is valuable. It's something that can really help you, but I add it in for free for the price, okay? Of course, the price allows me to do it for free. The same thing with, I have a consultant that helps you, if you get stuck with Amazon and stuff like that, so an FBA specialist. Now that actually costs me money, but it doesn't cost you any money because it's a free extra. So it has value, but it doesn't cost you any extra. So for example, when you buy my course, which is $4.95, and it comes with all these extra things, it seems more valuable than if it didn't come with those things, obviously, which means that you feel better to spend the money on the product because you're getting so much value. So that's what value stacking is. You're really stacking up the value to give the customer as much as you possibly can do so that they feel like they're getting the best deal possible, which means that you're going to sell more products. That's how marketers work. Now, a lot of people don't do this on Amazon, and I've been really looking into, first of all, why that is and how we can do it as well. What I've come to find out is there are things that prevent you from doing it, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it. For example, Amazon Terms of Service is quite specific with what you could have in your pictures. So where we would value stack is in our pictures. We would have our product photos, we'd have different angles, we'd have specifications, but one of our pictures needs to be this stack, okay? And the stack is going to be a list of things that come with your purchase and pictures of them. So you can have a nice little bundle of pictures, right? Everything together. You can then have, a what you're going to get title and literally say what you're going to get. Now, some people do it, some people don't. I can assure you that people do it, they'll be making more and they'll have like more happy customers than the people that don't do it. So you need to start implementing these things. So I'm going to jump into my computer in a second and we're actually going to go through an example, okay? Now, before we do, just make sure you cannot put prices Like, do not put prices on your Amazon listing pictures. Do not put offer ends soon. Do not say limited quantity only. Those are all against terms of service. Your listing will get shut down if you do any of those things. So you have to be very careful with what you say when you are putting like infographics on your Amazon pictures. You are 100% not allowed infographics on your first picture, and it's kind of like a gray area for the rest of them, but we're gonna do it anyway. All right, guys, so I've just recorded this whole video and I wasn't recording my screen. Well done, Johnny. But anyway, we're going to go into it. You're going to get a little bit of a shortcut as well, because I spent a lot of time doing it on the last video, and I've done it already. But anyway, so you're going to create a picture, okay? I use an application called Pixelmator. You don't have to do this yourself. It's just over time I've learned how to do it. You can use things like Photoshop. Again, you can just pay someone on Fiverr or on Upwork, on people per hour to do this for you, but give them the brief of what you want done. So to create a value stack as one of our Amazon pictures, there's a few things that we can do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a lovely picture, of course, that I have either bought I have the royalties for it, I'm allowed to use it, or it's one of my pictures, and I'm just going to put that at a kind of at an opacity. Now you can't see this. I'm going to move this over here. You can see I can change the opacity just here. I'm just going to make it a little bit opaque so you can see what it is, but it makes the background a little bit more interesting, because this isn't going to be our first image, so we're allowed to put in this sort of stuff. If this is our first image on Amazon, it has to be a white background. Has to be. The next thing we're going to do is add in some titles, okay? And we're going to put in the actual stack of what's going to be included. So okay, now I've done this because I've already recorded the video. You can say what's included, or an iteration of that, and just value stack everything that's going to be included. You can also add on here like 30-day money back guarantee. What you cannot add on here is free shipping. You can't add in any prices, and you can't add limited time only or limited quantity only or anything like that that it takes time. But you can do 30-day money back guarantee. That is okay to do. So the next thing we need to do is get our pictures. So make sure you get your yoga mat in there, make sure you get your carry case, make sure you have your elastic band thingy, and the last thing you want to do is actually create a product photo, a product training photo. So what I did is I actually created this one here. And the way I did that is really quite easy. Is I got a picture of a book just like this, and I created the yoga picture as a square. I wonder if I can actually go back. Let's go see if we can go back. You're going to be able to see this, yeah. There we go. So I created this picture just here, put the picture there, put yoga training, and then I actually distorted it. So all I do is go transform, and I go distort, and I just put the corners. This is really, really smart the way this works. You put the corners on the corners of the image behind, so you get the right perspective. As you can see that, nice and easy. And then do obviously the edge of the book. You can even do the back of this book if you want. And then once you're ready, you just get rid of the background and you export that image. Now I did this earlier, so it's already done. And then all you have to do is when you're on your actual stack, just add that in, maybe at the bottom, or you can put it, you can put it wherever the hell you want to put it. Put it over here, put it over here, put it here. But somewhere where it makes sense so that people can see the other parts of the what's included. Maybe that's not the best place for it, but what I would do is spend some time just playing around with this, doing a few different versions, maybe even sending it to a professional to get their idea and their take on it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add this as your last slide on your Amazon listing. Again, I wouldn't personally add this exact one because it's very basic, but it gives you an idea, it gives you a flavor of what you can actually do. And it's really important, if you have an ebook or anything like that, make sure you do a mock-up of what the ebook book would look like, or have it on an iPad. You can do exactly the same thing where you get a picture of an iPad or an iPhone and you add in your image, your product image into that iPad screen so that it looks like, it's someone using it. It looks like something physical. It looks something that people can actually get their hands on. So hopefully that makes sense. Make sure you have, again, what's included, have your value stack so that it's stacking up the value for the customer. Make sure you do not include price. Make sure you don't include limited time only, because that is against Amazon terms of service. And hopefully that is going to make you convert a lot higher from sessions, which is the amount of people that are actually on your product page, to purchase, like a conversion. We want to increase that as high as possible. Start implementing this if you sell on Amazon already. If you don't, then make sure you implement something like this when, first of all, you're creating your product so that you have a stack, you have extra value you can add to the customer, and make sure you do promote it in your product pictures. If you have enjoyed that video, guys, and that little stack of value I've just added there to your lives, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed with your notifications turned on, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.